El Tricasso, 412-559-2731. About an hour and a half ago, Annette suddenly woke me up, told me, our cat has a full legal name. His first name is Eugene. His middle name is Albert. Yeah, like mine. Something's wrong with Eugene, she said. I knew from the start he was dying. And he did. He died. So it's about an hour or so, an hour and a half, since Eugene Albert died. So why am I on video? Because how much I love our animals. I want to say this to you. Whether your animal died 2 hours ago or 50 years ago, I know there's a part of you missing because there's a part of me missing. But we must go on. And if we use that energy to improve our lives and to reach beyond all imagination and accomplish our goals, our missions, and our dreams, part of our motivation could be our animal family. And part of it can be our human family. All the people that we love that died, whether they're our legal, biological family members or our best friends, doesn't matter. To my fellow pet lovers and pet owners, I hate the word owner, but pet parents, many people on this planet don't understand what a pet means. And that they mean as much to us as really as a human. And a lot of people get upset when I say that or you say that. But what they don't understand, we're not saying that humans don't matter. I love every human. Don't always like their actions. But that doesn't mean that somehow an animal's life doesn't matter. They are our family. And my animals, since I've been about 5 years old, and I'm 61, since I was around 5 years old, I've had either a cat in my life or 2 dogs in my life. And I've seen loyalty, and I've seen extraordinary. I've had things happen that there is no logical explanation. The first cat I ever had, her name is Baby Girl. She died way back in the mid-'80s, I believe, 1980s. She was a superhero. She really was. You see, I used to watch a horror host campy TV show in Pittsburgh, PA called Chiller Theater. And the guy's nickname was Chilly Billy. His real name was Bill Cardell in Pittsburgh, PA. And one morning, my cat on a Saturday/Sunday was in the kitchen. And she kept meowing. And I was watching my favorite show, one of them, Chiller Theater, listening to Chilly Billy. And I kept telling her to shut up. I am not proud of it, but I did. And then I looked and I said, something's wrong. I said, I'm sorry, baby girl. So I got and snuck into my kitchen. And I was about 13 years old. And I'm not saying anybody should do what I have done. But I snuck in and I got one of the largest butcher knives in my house. And I snuck towards where baby girl was. She was in front of one of the backyard windows. Sure enough, there was a man trying to break into our house. She alerted me, even though I was being grouchy, she alerted me to this man trying to break into our house. Because of her, he didn't really get in. Well, I actually let him in, called him every name in the book that was foul language. I was not a Christian at that time officially. And he was a full-grown man, and only God himself, Lord thy God, gave me the strength to do what I did. And yeah, it sounds like it's a lie, but it's not. Somehow, I grabbed him, honestly, out of extreme anger. And I told him, you leave or you die. Basically, I said things that were not G-rated. And I don't know how. He was way taller than me. But he got out. I basically got him out of the house. This man had to live somewhere in the neighborhood because a few months later, he made a second attempt. And this time, he was even closer to getting in. As soon as I heard baby girl meow, I jumped into action. Got the knife, and it was huge. And saw him, and I said, come on in. And the words I said, we will never repeat. But it was something to do with a mother. That was the first part of it. I said, come on in. I got something for you. Well, at the time, I wasn't living at home. That's another story. So he made a third attempt. And this time, he got in. And I was sleeping. And the light comes on. I was sleeping in the living room. The light comes on. And I get mad because I didn't want to be woke up. And I could be cranky. Lord knows I can. And so my mom says, that guy's here. And I didn't catch it at first. I wasn't tracking like Myron Golden says. I said, I don't care what guy is here. Shut the dang light off. Dang was not the word I used. I wasn't a Christian officially. But then I caught on. And I sprang out of bed. And this time, I was beyond mad. I grabbed the man. I don't know how. Only God had to do it, really. I took him to the kitchen, opened up the door, and somehow, miraculously, threw him off the porch. How he didn't break his neck, I don't know. God saved him. I sure wasn't at the time. I wasn't thinking about saving him. I was thinking about taking him out, and I don't mean for chicken. That's the truth. That was before I was a Christian. I was only 13 years old. So yet and still, I don't know how long after that, but he made his fourth attempt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, by then, I was beyond angry. I was determined to kill him. I was 13. I wasn't a Christian. I was determined to kill him. So what I did was, I said, come back a fifth time. I'll have something for you. Just come back. He never came back, and I'm glad. I'm not a killer. I love people. I don't love what they do. He's needed to be in prison, but the thing about it is, he never came back. Of his 4 attempts, he got into, technically 1, because he did get in the time when he tried to assault and rape my sister, Diane. That's what he tried to do, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the harsh realities, but that's what he did. That's what he had done. I was able to save her through God's mighty help. But after I made an announcement, I opened up my front door and literally screamed around my neighborhood, and I didn't care anybody on earth heard me. And believe me, my mouth can be loud, and I can project, and believe me, people heard it. So I don't know where this man was from, if it was another neighbor working in concert. More than I know is he never showed up. But it was because of baby girl that the first 2 times he didn't get in. So yeah, animals can be heroes. But let me fast forward before I leave. I got to talk about Ebony Midnight, a solid black cat that died about 1989 from brain cancer. One day I had the flu or something, and I'm lying on the sofa. And Ebony jumps up, comes on my belly, and lays down. And he starts crying. And in my mind, I'm thinking he's about ready to die, to go, and pass away. And I'm hugging him. I'm telling him how much I love him. I'm petting him, tearing up. And he wasn't dying, not that day. He was worried about me. And I figured it out. Here he was dying. He died about a week and a half later. A week to a week and a half before he died. He was worried about me. So yeah, everybody on earth can say that animals are just animals, that their lives aren't important, or that cats are not loyal, and all that you want to say. But God and myself and Annette and my family know the truth. And a lot of you do too. Ebony Midnight was worried about me. To this day, 2025, I think about him daily, really, and what he did. But I have one more story about little baby girl. You see, in the years that she died, I don't recall what it was. I was still doing my television talk show host, a live TV talk show host, Humanity Matters Live. It was public access, so we didn't get paid, or else I would be a very extraordinarily wealthy man right now. With God's mighty help, that's coming. But the point is, I did not have the funding to rush her to an emergency clinic when she started to seem to get sick. So I was lying in our master bedroom on the bed, tears out of my eyes, told her, unless you show me a sign, I'm giving everything up. I'm giving up the TV series. I'm giving up the podcast. I'm giving up the blog. Because what is the point when I don't have enough money to take care of you? I said, show me a sign, or the only thing I'm going to do is keep breathing and taking care of mommy and your brothers and sisters. But I'm quitting the show. I'm quitting the blog, and I'm quitting the post. That's what I told little baby girl. And we're laying on the bed. And not more than 2-3 minutes after that, and this is hard even to go through without tearing up again, she put her left front paw, I like to say hand, in my hand and squeezed it with all her might and held me. That is not just an animal. That is a different form of